Hey guys, this is Alexa Connors. May 27th, Conflict at the Jamil Temple. Be there. I'm the main event. You don't want to miss this.
I came in with my ex like Selena, the flex, bumping Justin Bieber, but her fever ain't left. She know what she need, or she blessed, giving you my best. Yeah, I got my heart on my sleeve with a knife in my back. What's with that? 21, I love him, they're my brother. That's my shot. Let you know.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
All right. So the first question would be like, with the training process that you do, like kind of going from different gyms,
Yep.
and this kind of ultimately like being kind of like your home
Right,
gym,
right.
because this is where you started
Yeah.
day one. Kind of like walk us through like, what is that training process like, and
Okay.
what does it mean for you to like train here?
Yeah,
and all
yeah, yeah.
that?
So with this camp, I've traveled a lot, again, cross-trained at different gyms, but I always come back home, and home to me is Source Summit Muay Thai, which is here in Elgin, South Carolina, or outside of Columbia, which is great for this fight card because we're fighting in Columbia, so it's cool to fight at home. But traveling at different gyms, cross-training, I've been at Modern Warrior with Keith Richardson and Taylor Starling and that crew. I've had a chance to reconnect with Kelly Anunson and Wendy, and I've actually gone up almost every weekend to train with the Battleborn crew, so that's been awesome. And now that Kelly's fighting the co-main event, so it'll be fun to share the same card with him. And yeah, just being back at home, it's been great.
And then with that dynamic, like how has that like helped you train and get ready for fights previously, like how you would train before, like just staying stationary at one gym?
Yeah, so I believe in cross-training, especially my last performance against Maria. It showed. I felt it showed. All of a sudden I was a wrestler. But I think it's important to cross-train. I mean, you get different looks, you get different styles, you learn different things from different coaches. So I pick different things that work for my style, and I kind of just add that to my arsenal. So I think it's very beneficial that I've had the opportunity to train at different gyms.
What would the win mean for you, and what could it do for your career?
Right.
Or, yeah.
So Elizabeth Phillips, like I've known her and I've followed her career before taking this fight. I mean, she's a UFC vet, an Invicta vet. I think she fought for PFL at 1.2. That's awesome. Like I think it's a huge honor that I get to share the cage with her and get to fight her and test myself against her. And for me and my goals, getting a win over Elizabeth would mean a lot. And I think it would put me on a whole other level, hopefully UFC, PFL, or whoever would pick me up. But I'm also already signed with Invicta, which I would love to make a run at Invicta. But I think this will take me to my next level. I've been working hard, like the last 10 years for this, you know? So I'm excited to see what happens.
Piggybacking what you were saying about like you being signed to Invicta and they allowing you to take this fight,
Yeah.
you know, outside of the the organization. Like what are like some of the goals that you want to do? Like you're just adding on to that to Invicta or getting to the UFC. Like, you know, what are some of the future goals for you?
Yeah. So like with that being said about Invicta, I appreciate Shannon Knapp so much. She allows us to take fights outside of her promotion. It allows us to stay busy, keep the sponsors happy, and do what we need to do, because for most of us, this is our full-time job and this is how we make a living. So having the freedom to be able to fight outside promotion means a lot to us. So I personally like to thank Shannon for that. But my goals within Invicta, I mean, obviously I want to go for the belt. And I mean, I'm 32 years old, so I know realistically, this is my last push, my last shot of actually making the goals that I want to do. The Invicta belt, later to UFC, or wherever life takes me after that. I just want to go for it.
You know, mental health being a big thing that we talked previously
Yeah.
in the past. What are some of the things that that still, like, you know, holds dear to you with mental health and with training and just in life in general?
So mental health is near and dear to my heart. We had our own family tragedy, and it seems like you hear something every day that something bad has happened, right? I have a nonprofit called In Your Corner, and we essentially just want to create a community of fighters or just people so you don't feel alone, because everyone has had those moments of darkness or have had a moment where they've questioned life, but it doesn't have to be that way. And I can speak to that to my own personal experiences. Find something that lights your soul on fire, and for me that's fighting, and honestly for me it's the nonprofit, helping other people realize that they're not alone when they're in those darkest moments, and it means everything to me, and that's what I fight for mental health awareness.
What would this win mean for you, like to do this in your home crowd, and it's been what, 8 years, like you said, since you fought in Colombia? What would this mean for you? Man, getting an opportunity to fight back at home, 8 years, that's makes me feel so old. But 8 years, it's been 8 years, and I'm so happy to be able to come back home with conflict, because that's where it started, and then be able to do a showcase fight, which I really think this will be. This will be the best yet. I know I say that almost every interview, but seriously, this is gonna be the best Alexa that you've seen, and I'm proud and honored to do that in front of my home, Colombia.